Now, this next guy is maybe the biggest question mark in this whole conference. We have these guys like Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, Bo Nix that we know are just going to ball out. We even have guys like Cam Ward that I just talked about that I think he has a pretty high floor. I'd be surprised if he had a bad year. But then you have this guy, DJ Uiagalelei at Oregon State, and things could really go either way for DJU. If you've listened to any content I've done in the past, partially because I hate Clemson, but I've been super low on DJU. I don't think he's the guy. I don't think he was capable of being the guy to take Clemson to a college football playoff winning national championships, which is what they expect. And obviously, I was right. He came in as a backup to Trevor Lawrence in 2020 and did a really good job. Everybody was super high on him. He went into the 2021 season as the second favorite to win the Heisman that year. He had a really tough year in 2021. He forced Clemson to miss their only ACC championship game since 2014. In 2022, he came back with a lot more pressure on and statistically actually had a better season than he did in 2021. He did make it back to the ACC championship game, but he also had a really good chance to take it to that next level, make the college football playoff, but he could not beat my Gamecocks at home, which snapped Clemson's record-breaking home win streak. It broke their win streak against South Carolina, which in that state is so important. So it was really brutal for DJU to lose that game. And it kind of resulted in the DJU era being over. Cade Klubnik ended up taking over for him in the ACC Conference Championship game. And after he was replaced, it was clear Cade Klubnik was going to be the guy this year at Clemson. So DJU decided to transfer out and go to Oregon State. Now at Oregon State, it's going to be interesting. They are a team with some expectation. They have a win total of 8.5, but they're not a college football playoff expectation team like Clemson was. They're not in the national spotlight like Clemson is all the time. So I think this could really be helpful to DJU to get out of the national spotlight, take some of the pressure off. He's on a run first team. This team has a really good offensive line and a really good rushing attack that he should be helpful at. He was good on the ground with his feet at Clemson, even when he struggled making big time throws. So I think he could thrive in this offensive system. And despite being a DJU hater, I think here at Oregon State, he could really put all of his skills together in the right way and have a really good year. And I think Oregon State is a really slept on team. And I think they're going to be a team that could come out of nowhere and steal a Pac-12 championship game spot from one of these top teams. Everybody think it's going to be either a combination of USC, Washington, Oregon, or Utah, one of those four teams, or two of those four teams, I should say. But I think if anybody's going to come out from behind and steal one of those spots, it would be Oregon State if DJU can really click. Now, if we get 2021 DJU, there's a chance this team could be really awful and DJU could be back on the bench after a few weeks. But I actually do have faith in him thriving in this system. And I think Oregon State will be a really tough team that nobody wants to see. And it would be a really successful season if they could find a way into that Pac-12 championship game.